What is up? What is up? What is up? Welcome to the Mitch Davis Show, Instagram Live, and also podcast. Recording a podcast while doing a live show. I'm your host, Mitch Davis, founder of themitchdavisshow.com, podcast host of The Mitch Davis Show, and co-host of the SEC Baseball podcast, Hit to Hoover with my boy Jake Nichols. A lot to talk about tonight. A lot to unpack in the world of college football, in particular at Kentucky. And, we're also going to talk about the FedEx St. Jude Championship, where the leaderboard sits, what I saw today. Great crowd. Great, absolutely phenomenal crowd there at TPC Southwind. A lot of fun today. It really was. It was a great crowd. Great golf. We'll talk about that. But in the first segment, we got to talk about the elephant in the room. The University of Kentucky right now is really in flames. There's really no way to put it. There really isn't. Thursday, John Calipari came out with a very, very, very stupid, very incompetent quote about the UK football program. He literally was like, look, Kentucky is a basketball school. Kentucky is, hey, we're not, just like Georgia and Alabama are football schools, who, by the way, UK football literally is competing with himself. And all this because Calipari got upset because he's not getting his precious practice facility that he's begging for. And honestly, if you're Kentucky and you're Mitch Barnhart, would you actually give Calipari this practice facility, this brand new practice facility that he's begging for? Would you, based on what he's done in the last 5-6 years? I wouldn't. I really wouldn't. What's crazy about this whole situation is this could have been handled internally. And I think that's what Mitch Barnhart was saying today in his press conference. This could have been handled internally. This should have been handled internally. But instead, Calipari went out, did an interview with the media. The media was not seeking this out, by the way. Calipari invited the media to his hotel room in the Bahamas and basically was like, hey, we need a new practice facility. We're the basketball school. We are a basketball school. Who cares about other sports? Who cares about football? And rightfully so, Mark Stoops got pissed off. Mark Stoops got angry, as a lot of other Kentucky fans did. It was short-sighted of Calipari. And all hell has broken loose in Lexington. If you watch, whatever, all hell has broken loose in Lexington. Today, now we thought, okay, things are going to get better. Things are going to move past this. It's going to get better. No, screw that. Screw that. Mark Stoops came out. In his opening remarks said, look, I'm basically not backing down. Mark Stoops gave a middle finger to the basketball program today and said, look, I don't give a damn about all your championships. I don't give a damn that you're Kentucky basketball. Kentucky football has earned that respect. And like Mark Stoops put in his tweet back to Cal, he said 4 straight postseason wins. 4 straight postseason wins. When's the last time Kentucky basketball won an NCAA tournament game? 2017? 2018? I'm counting the COVID year. Kentucky they missed the tournament one year. They missed the tournament, or missed 2 tournaments in between there. And this year, they got their ass beat by St. Peter's. They did. Whatever way you want to throw it out, they got beat by St. Peter's. Kentucky, and this is what's crazy, is Kentucky is now an everything school. Mitch Barnhart was saying that today in his press conference. He said, look, Look at what track and field. They've won a national championship. Volleyball's won a national championship. Baseball made a deep run in the SEC tournament. Probably should have gotten in the NCAA tournament. Softball is constantly competing for a Women's College World Series. Constantly competing for a Women's College World Series. Football. Football's making postseason bids. You got track and field winning national championships. You got swimming and diving winning national championships. But yet, somehow, in the mind of John Calipari, Kentucky is still just a basketball school. But what I think was the most damning thing about the whole conversation on Thursday was the fact that Calipari brought up two programs that Kentucky football is competing with on an everyday basis for recruits. He said, look, Georgia's a football school. Alabama's a football school. You're going to tell me that recruits, that when they go to these schools are not going to be telling them, hey, don't go to Kentucky. Why the hell would you go to Kentucky? Oh, they're not a football school. They don't care about football. Why their athletics department's in flames because of the entitled basketball coach. Why would you come to Kentucky? What Calipari did was hurt the football program more than he helped the basketball program. And in today's press conference, you heard Mitch Barnhart. He said, we've got a sense of entitlement. He was talking indirectly about Coach Calipari. And then when asked about the facility upgrades at Joe Crap, which, by the way, is one of the nicest basketball facilities in all the country. One of the nicest, really is. True. They spent $36 million on it 10 years ago. Beautiful. They keep renovating it. It's still not good enough for Calipari. Still not good enough for Kentucky basketball. Because, what says, we need more than continually losing to crappy teams in the NCAA tournament or not even making the tournament. John Calipari has lost his hindsight of, Kentucky, we can feed off the football program. We can coexist with those guys. We can coexist with track and field. And that's why you saw Mark Stoops and Mitch Barnhart, Mitch Barnhart, the athletics director at UK, was legitimately, vividly, like you could see the emotions. He was legitimately crying in the press conference talking about the broken family now at the University of Kentucky, all because the basketball coach decides he wants to open his mouth. Now, everybody that watches this show, listens to the show, reads my work, everything I do, which I do a lot, really do a lot. Everybody knows that I'm a Kentucky fan. I grew up a part of the Big Blue Nation. Okay? Say what you want, I'm a Kentucky fan. I love my Wildcats. I'll fight you over the Wildcats, just like I would the Memphis Tigers. But I have never, in my 26 years of being a Kentucky Wildcats fan, I have never been embarrassed the way that I am for a basketball coach to handle that situation as I am right now. And then he put out a half-assed apology tweet, which I'll read. Let me pull it up. I'll read it. It was a half-assed apology. It was a let me try to save my butt because I know I already look bad. That's what Calipari did today. He knew he'd been busted, and then Mark Stoops goes, hey, I haven't heard from him. And supposedly Calipari tried to call him. I don't know. And then Mitch Barnhart, when he was asked of that, he couldn't give a clear thing if John Calipari had even reached out. So let me read you the tweet from Coach Calipari today. I was told about comments Mark Stoops made at his press conference. I reached out to Mark on Thursday. We'll try again. Comparing our athletics department to others was my bad. He never took responsibility, by the way, for bashing the football program. He said he was just comparing the athletics department. Others was my bad. I have supported Mark and the football team through good and bad and will continue to support them and cheer them on. Now I will do what I've done for 30 years, coach my team and block out the clutter. All right, Coach Cal, here's the bullshit that you just said. You've only won one national championship. One national championship in your 30 years or whatever of coaching. One national championship. And you're going to shit on the football program when they are coming up and they're a legitimate Final Four contender. And you're going to put a half-ass tweet out about apologizing 5 days later. That's not okay. And I know a lot of Kentucky fans on Rupp's Raptors, on Kentucky Sports Radio, and other places that want to sit here and try to defend Calipari and try to say, oh, well, we are a basketball school. No. When Kentucky was going 2-10, football was still bringing in 46,000 people on average. Their budget, their revenue stream that they were bringing in when they were 2-10 was 3 times the size of revenue that basketball brought in their 2012 national championship. I am sick and tired as a Kentucky fan for have people say, oh, you're just a basketball school. You're just a basketball school. That's all people care about at Kentucky. That's crap. That's crap. Go to Kroger Field. Go to Kroger Field for any big SEC game. I guarantee you, you asked Florida last year. Ask Florida. Florida, how scary was Kroger Field last year? Ask South Carolina, who has lost 8 out of the last 9 against Kentucky football. Ask LSU. Ask any of those SEC programs. I guarantee you they are scared to death to come into Kroger Field. It has become one of the most top-notch SEC environments in that conference. Point blank, period. And my boy Jacob Still, who I got to see tomorrow, Cal needs to step down. I've been saying that for 3 years. I have been like, Cal, when he was hired, the legendary, the late, great Joby Hall, who, God rest his soul, I love Joby Hall, sweet man, told Cal, Kentucky is a 10-year job. 10 years. And Calipari now thinks that, what, again, he hasn't done anything really since 2015. That, that he still deserves to have a big say at the university. I get that. Whatever. But you've only won 1 national championship. Like Mitch Barnhart was saying in his press conference today, the entitlement from Coach Cal and the basketball people has got to chill. We have got, as a university, again, I'm speaking as a Kentucky kid. I literally grew up dreaming of putting on the blue and white because that's how much Kentucky means to me. It literally just means more. Kentucky basketball means more. Kentucky football means more to me. Just like Arkansas State, Arkansas, whoever your team is. As a Kentucky kid, this job at the University of Kentucky is a 10-year job. Calipari has split this fan base. Calipari has also, by the way, I don't know if you noticed, a lot of these SEC schools, Tennessee, Arkansas, Auburn, others, have put out tweets, oh, we're a family, oh, we're a family. It makes us look bad. It makes us look bad. And that's why Mitch Barnhart today got emotional in that press conference. Calipari needs to step down. If he steps down, Mitch Barnhart's got to go get a guy like a Scott Drew at Baylor. I love Scott Drew. I love Scott Drew. I love that guy. I love Billy Donovan. I love Jay Wright. Any of those guys who are going to come in and realize that Kentucky is not Kentucky of old. Where, 20 years ago, yeah, you thought of Kentucky, you thought, hey, it's, we're a basketball school. That's what you thought. Not anymore. Kentucky is an everything school. And it's a shame that we even got to talk about this. But we got to jump over, talk golf. I'm excited. I was at the FedEx St. Jude, FedEx St. Jude Championship. I want to get that right so the people don't get on to me tomorrow talking about it. A great round of golf today. It really was. I was out there at 7:30, I want to say. I walked the back nine with, what's that guy's name? Grayson Siggs, Grayson Sigg. So I walked the back nine with him. Then walked the front nine with Tony Finau. Great crowd. Really was. If you were out there, great crowd. Phenomenal. Here's what I saw. So, again, I'm not a PGA Tour. I watch it every week, but I'm not like an expert on the PGA Tour. I love golf. Guys did not expect those greens today to play as fast as they were. You saw a lot of guys 2-putting. You saw a lot of guys 3-putting. And then on the back 9 at that par 3 on 14, the way that they had that pin today, boy, if you went straight for the pin and you missed by maybe 6 feet, maybe, give or take, you're going to end up in the water. I saw Grayson Sig at 9 o'clock this morning. This, by the way, I tweeted out, if you go Mitch Davis _8, I tweeted it out. The 14th hole, the par 3 there, is going to ruin ruin a lot of guys' day. And it surely did. And also 18 for Ricky Fowler. We'll talk about the quadruple bogey there for Ricky Fowler. But what I saw today was a very hard course. Your leaders, we've got, let me count them. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 23 golfers within 4 strokes of the leader. The leader right now is JJ Spann at minus 13. We've got 23 golfers in contention. 23 golfers that can make a lot of noise tomorrow. Guys that I expect to do really good tomorrow based off a lot of pin placement things that I'm expecting to see out of TPC Southwind tomorrow. I think Cameron Smith is going to have a good round, which, by the way, could cause a massive headache for the PGA Tour if he wins, because supposedly Cameron Smith, following this tournament at the FedEx St. Jude Championship, is taking a $100 million contract to go join Live Golf. It'd be a slap in the face. It really would. It would be a slap in the face of the PGA Tour to have Cameron Smith win this. I will say, based off of what I've seen this week and what I've watched with the Live, I have not been to a Live event. You can't blame the guys for going to get more money and going to play in a league that fits them. I love the PGA, and I've always dreamed about either playing on the PGA, being a caddy for the PGA, something for the PGA, because that, as a golfer, that's what you strive for. But a lot of these guys are getting $100 million contracts, and you really can't blame them. But we've stopped talking about that. I will say I want to bring this up because I know a lot of people, a couple of people tweeted me about this, texted me about this. I didn't hear it because I was on the front 9. But supposedly there was in the gallery on the 13th green, I want to say 13th green. Supposedly in the gallery, some people were saying some very explicit things to Cameron Smith about joining Live Golf. Guys, we got to be better. We got to be better. I mean, if they want to leave, let them leave. Let them leave. We can't just keep harping on this, okay? If you disagree with the politics of it, fine. Whatever. I hear you. But you got to just let them go. You can't treat them like crap because we're Memphis, okay? We get a bad rap as it is. You can't be treating these golfers with disrespect because then they're not going to want to come back to the city of Memphis. They're just not. But as far as what I expect to see out of the rounds, championship rounds tomorrow, look for Sam Burns to be a competitor heading into the final 4 or 5 holes. I do believe, I have a lot of intention to believe that par 3 11 pin placement is going to be playing towards the front where the water does play a major factor, where guys are going to have to play that hole long, where it is an island green. You go long, you could end up in the water, you could end up in the bunkers back there. You play it short, you could end up in the water. I have very, very, very good thought process says that the pin placement for Sunday at par 3 11 is going to be in the front. The front, probably front right side. If it is in that front right side, that could be a hole where guys are getting hot on the front 9, but they get to that par 3 11, then they get to the par 3 14. Those 2 holes can make or break the tournament tomorrow, especially with 23 guys in contention. My pick to win it, the guy that I'm going with right now off the bat, Tony Finau. I said it coming into the tournament. I'm saying it. Tony Finau is still in contention. He has won back-to-back starts for the first time since Dustin Johnson did it 4 years ago. Tony Finau is a legitimate contender. When Tony Finau, it's like when Tiger Woods is right there on the backside, Tony Finau is that same type of competitor. I like Tony Finau to win it. My long shot, because I like watching him play today, my long shot is going to be John Rahm or Kevin Kisner. Rahm is right there. Rahm is 5 strokes off, but as everybody knows, if Rahm gets hot, watch out. Him and Kisner are going to be in that one of those final pairings together. And then you also have Colin McGraw. He is at -8. Brian Harmon's at -9. Wyndham Clark, Adam Putnam, Matt Fitzpatrick. Matt Fitzpatrick had a very good round today. He was hitting the tee shots well. I think he only 2-putted, maybe on 2 holes. I don't have the stats in front of me. I like what Stan Burns was doing. And I tell you another guy to watch out for because he was getting hot there in the last 3-4 holes was Trey Mullinax. Trey Mullinax was a beast today. But yeah, give me Tony Finau, give me Trey Mullinax, and you can take the field. As far as the Mitch Davis show goes, there's really nothing else I have left to talk about. We'll be doing a Twitter space tomorrow afternoon after the golf tournament, maybe in my car, whatever. Might even have a guest. Might ask my boy John Varlas to come on with me and talk PGA Tour golf, talk about championship rounds. Good to talk with. Actually, it was really good to talk to John Varlas today. We caught up. He gave me his little 2 cents on the Kentucky situation. That was interesting. It's always fun to talk to people, and like I said, it was a great crowd at the FedEx St. Jude Championship. I immensely enjoyed it today. Look forward to going back out there tomorrow. If you are in attendance, let me know. I'd love to say hello to you, or you can say hello to me. I will be there amongst the crowd. Probably get there around like 8:30. So I can probably watch Xander Schauffele. I think he tees off at like 9. So I'll probably go follow him. I'll follow him for a little bit, probably the front 9, and then I'll make the backtrack and maybe go back 9 with the leaders. So anyway, you've been watching the Mitch Davis Show, listening to the Mitch Davis Show podcast. Podcast version will be up in the morning, probably when I get out to the course. Follow me on Twitter, MitchDavis_8. Head over to the website, The Mitch Davis Show. You can check out the podcast on YouTube at The Mitch Davis Show. A lot of fun. I'm very excited about getting back out there tomorrow, covering the golf tournament, talking SEC football. Quite literally 2 weeks from right now, we're all going to be watching Hawaii and Vanderbilt. So anchor down, get excited. Can't wait to put some money on the Commodores. Should be a lot of fun. So thank you for tuning in, and I will catch y'all tomorrow afternoon.